Greetings, welcome to the Prime Directive. I'm your host, Jeffico. My co-host is always Chris. Say hi, Chris.
Hello.
Was that a metaphor for something?
Everything was a metaphor.
Everything in this episode was a metaphor.
Yeah.
This is a really good episode, though. I liked it. Very much an improvement. Felt like all the other Orville back in the day.
Yeah, this reminded me of some of the better season 2 episodes, I think. We got our couple, goofs and laughs at the start there. I really did like Isaac's get up and the numerical totality. And yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah, nice to see the old Western stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't you say he was wearing the same costume from A Million Ways to Die in the West?
Yeah, that was a cute little Easter egg. I think that, it was the same outfit he had on in that movie.
Yeah, and we're still getting that Charlie, fun's over, Isaac's here.
Yeah.
Like, they're gonna have their shuttle episode where they're just stuck together.
Yeah, I guess they're trying to do a Data and Pulaski thing, but Data and Pulaski didn't even work out that well in the first place, I thought.
They didn't hate each other.
Yeah. It was totally off topic, but it didn't work because Data's basically a kid, and she's just bullying the kid. It's like, that's not nice. You need to stop.
Yeah. Isaac's not a kid.
No.
He's banging people's moms.
Yeah.
Hey, I've never understood the pub crawl. We're here, we're drinking, the booze is going to be exactly the same at the next place. Let's just stay here. We're enjoying ourselves.
Hey, here's to your promotion, Lieutenant Commander Kiali.
There's this big treaty going on Earth, and it's pretty cool. We got to see Captain or President John Sheridan.
Yeah.
Which was what he was.
Yeah.
At the end.
Yeah, President Sheridan. He's got his role. He's typecast.
Yeah.
I really appreciated that they found the child's prediction haunting.
Yes. Yeah, I was just like, oh God, why are we doing Annie? And it's just like, she just kept referring to the day the sun will come again, and that is haunting for us. Because you're space vampires.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was good. We got to see a lot of admirals. It was nice to see Ted Danson. Always good to see Halsey. I like him. Victor Garber, and always happy to see Kelly Hugh.
Yep.
Repeated prophecy of the orphan child was quite haunting. The sun will come out tomorrow.
In our culture, the sun is a symbol of suffering and death.
Sounds like the elections were pretty close, though.
Yes.
Like,
yeah.
Pretty confident you're like,
boy.
oh yeah, we'll win. As we keep watching speeches from Teleya.
I feel like this might have been a bit more pertinent, maybe closer to when season 2 ended.
Yeah.
We're like 6 years too late on that kind of plot point, I think, but still, we're going for it.
Worst re-elections. I mean, they were literally watching like news broadcasts, which were like manipulated and fake, and it's just like, they're just slandering each other. I'm like, this is a metaphor for Fox News.
Oh, I think that was more of like all the Russian disinformation on Facebook or whatever, just flood it with garbage so people can't tell what's real. But yeah, that was part of it too.
I asked the Chancellor, and he said they call it influence operations. They have computers generating thousands of these things every second, trying to stoke outrage. Even the angry crowds are phony.
They take the delegation. They're heading off to Krill. Lovely city.
Actually, yes. Actually, it did look really cool.
Got to see a lot of it. I felt it kind of was Blade Runner-ish.
I was thinking kind of Star Wars prequels. It reminded me of when like Anakin and Obi-Wan were like racing through that city trying to catch those guys.
Yeah, there's definitely some Death Star trench runs later on.
Yeah, a little bit of this.
Yeah, you can't do anything anymore without it looking like something.
Well, I always assume the Orville is doing these things intentionally.
Yeah.
It's like, let's do a little bit of this thing.
Get there, they're drinking some krill hooch.
Which apparently pretty good.
Yeah, they wanted a case of that shit.
They never got their case.
They never got their case. You just call her back, like, hey, so we left in a hurry. Could you still send us a case? Yes, it won't be poisoned at all.
Oh, wow.
That's so kind of you.
Nice.
Almost like you've made a bridge here. Yeah, they're sitting there drinking. The election ain't going well. It's like, the results are coming in. Oh shit.
Oh shit. But we were projected to win.
Yeah, and they basically arrest the Chancellor before she was even sworn in.
Yeah.
How's that possible, Chris?
I think that was a little bit of a January 6th thing where there's there's a bit of an insurrection going on.
I think you could analyze this episode and find a metaphor for everything.
And in that way, it was a little bit like much. There was a lot going on. We were like, oh, this is a reference to this, and this. In even some of it didn't go anywhere. Like, we were talking about the fake news broadcasts, and that didn't have anything to do with anything. I was just like, look, here's some dumb shit people do.
Talking about, like, the constant slander and all this stuff, which is in all politics.
Yeah.
So.
And even the abortion thing, which was very on the nose, but didn't really go anywhere. She was just like, oh yeah, also abortion. Let's do a scene.
Teleya, that's not who you are.
A year later, you still cling to an illusion I created. Captain, you really must find yourself a girlfriend.
You murdered a man.
I purified the soul of our world.
Connect to anything.
She has talks with Ed. You can tell she still likes him.
Yeah.
Even though she hates him, which I like. It's not betraying the character at all, because she's got this anger towards him and what he represents, but like she spent time with him, so she still has a soft spot for him.
Yeah, it makes the character a little more complex. She's not just, a caricature.
Yeah, she's not just letting him go too just because he let her go. It's because there's something still there.
Yeah, that's how she's selling it to herself.
Yeah, Ed gets kidnapped after getting kidnapped.
Yeah. I was sort of expecting that to be a comedy thing and have like this cycle a couple times.
Yeah.
Just people keep capturing.
Yeah, you looked like a Sith Lord walking around the streets of Coruscant.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you should just buy some meat.
Do not speak.
There were krill strippers, Chris.
There were krill strippers.
We left that scene too quick.
Yeah.
I mean, they would be heavily covered up with makeup, so it wouldn't really be nudity.
If we can have Klingon boobs, we can have krill boobs.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Ed gets taken to see his kid. I was laughing when they're taking him, and I just saw the kid. I was like, it's gonna be his. It's gonna be his.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, that's great. So Teleya's got her kid down there, and somebody else is taking care of it, and she's hiding it because it's half human, it's half ants.
Mm-hmm.
Adorable kid.
Yeah.
Apparently, her name is Anaya, and it means gently falling rain, which is the episode name.
Yes, and apparently she's quite smart.
I thought it was gonna be short for annihilation.
There you go.
Yeah, adorable kid. You really should have brought her with her. But you know what? Maybe Krill grow up faster. Maybe we'll get an older version of her in a few episodes or down the road.
Yeah, I don't know how long it was supposed to have been, but that kid definitely seemed like, 7 or 8?
Yeah, 10. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It hasn't been that long, so.
Do you like it here?
Yes.
Do they take good care of you?
I have my own room, I have lots of toys, and I get to eat whatever I want.
Sounds pretty good.
Oh, he goes back to Taylor's office, which I thought was hilarious. Like, why are you here?
Also, how did he get here?
Yeah, well...
Hello, I have an appointment with the Supreme Chancellor.
They just listen to him now. He's got a stroke now, and it's just like...
Yeah.
They wanted him to use Anaya to convince her, because they're just like, well, if you use Anaya to shatter her, there's just going to be another version of her that comes up into power.
Yeah.
So, like, use her to convince her, but that didn't really work.
No.
But I love that he just shows up in the office like, I literally let you go. You were so dumb. His eyes finally open.
Yes, his eyes
I was just like, oh, so we're doing those
doing
metaphors.
Temerian now, yeah. It's even more metaphors. Yeah, I don't know. She must have a thing for dumb guys. That's all she can keep saying to Ed.
Yeah.
We said this last time with the Krill. It's just like, imagine this from the Krill perspective. Ed's a fucking moron, isn't he? But I come back and maybe you'll be nice this time.
Yeah.
You should be nice this time.
Let me reference some Billy Joel, you know you hate my culture.
Yeah.
You were gonna let me go.
You stupid fool. Why did you come back here?
Why did you set me free?
I do not wish to kill you.
So he brings up the kid, and that's where the abortion talk comes in. Like, well, I couldn't have one. You want to see what happens to people that have one? And then it's just like they go to this holographic room with some guys, and it's just like, oh, hey, Supreme Chancellor, oh, continue. Thank you. And then they call up this little holographic kid, probably about 6 or something, but are you my mommy? I'm just like...
I assume they executed them after because they kept calling it murder.
I thought they were going to get tortured horribly, and was like, what's the point of showing that? I'm sure he knows what tortured horribly looks like, and it's just like, here's this guilted hologram of a unborn child. Like, are you my mommy? And it's just like, she's getting upset, but like, realistically, you know it's not your kid. So like, you know it's a holographic thing to make you feel guilty.
Yep.
So like,
you just pretend, you go along with it.
But I'm like, do they get killed or do they just get guilted and be like, this is the horrible torture we have for them?
I assume they got executed.
They should just Miles O'Brien them and put a fucking memory in there of like the kid that they just like constantly guilts them and disappoints them.
Yeah.
Give them a lifetime of it.
There you go.
Not that that's my stance, but I'm just saying.
That would be more,
if you're gonna torture
character
them
for the Krill?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you my mother? I would have loved so much to be with you. I wish you had not sent me away.
Yeah, I don't know. That and the Fox News both, or the fake news thing, both felt kind of bolted on, but I'm also thinking that this is kind of a part 1 of 2 episodes, so maybe that'll be more relevant later.
No, you said that last time.
I did.
It's not. It had an ending. It didn't have a cliffhanger, other than maybe Kelly going, put a baby in me, let's have breakfast.
Yes, when she said breakfast, I'm like, what time is it supposed to be?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's like mid-afternoon, late evening. Like, yeah. Oh, well, especially when she's like, oh, like, you know, it was disappointing we never got that far. I'm like, you don't say that to your ex.
Yeah.
Because then they think that you want to have one.
Yeah.
I always thought you'd make a terrific father. Sad we never got that far. You want to have breakfast with me?
To get executed, she stabs the president.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, oh man, Sheridan, just getting a bun wrap here.
Yeah.
Also, like, good makeup job, but like, I want to see my boy.
Yeah.
I want to see Bruce Boxleitner.
Well, the voice you absolutely recognize.
100%.
Yeah, there's no doubt.
We are observers here. You have no right to detain us.
Mr. President, are you all right?
Take them.
A couple of Krill come to kidnap Ed again.
Yeah.
But it's Lamarr and Claire.
Mm-hmm.
What was that like? Directive 21?
Yeah, Execute Order 66.
Yeah.
It's Directive 21.
It's like,
this didn't seem that hardcore for like a super secret directive thing.
Yeah.
It's like, why do we need a special name?
Infiltrate.
Yeah.
You get a cool little chase scene throughout the city, and then they switch shuttles, and there's a big Krill battle going on up there with the Union, and Kelly Hugh, Admiral there, she's come in, and really the Orville's the only ship moving.
Yeah, we got a massive fleet battle here, but not on the same level of involvement as I think the one we saw at the end of season 2, or even the beginning. Like the battle at the beginning,
the dream sequence battle
of this, that was nuts, and this was much more standard.
The shuttle has sustained heavy damage.
What's their position? Bearing 121 Mark 6.
You can't blow your budget every episode.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But I felt like comparing them, it was
too, like,
pretty big
nobody
difference.
Got destroyed that you could see.
Yeah. There was definitely some busted up Union ships in there, but nobody was named or anything.
Ed goes in Kelly's rear shuttle bay, and they escape.
Mm-hmm.
That was a metaphor too, Chris.
I know.
This is a metaphor for everything.
It's a metaphor. Final thoughts. This was a much better episode for me. We still have. I still feel like we're moving away from the comedy, but we did get some good lightheartedness at the start of the episode, and a lot of the really good episodes from season 2 felt pretty familiar to this, where the comedy was sort of taking a back seat, and this just felt like a much better story. I was caring about, the characters more than I did in the previous ones. So I'm looking forward to the rest of the season now, because I felt like they were really missing the marks on those first few.
Yeah, again, episode 2, horror, I give pass. So right now we're at the Star Trek movie phase of where the even ones are my favorites.
There you go.
Yeah, this is definitely my favorite of the season so far. There's almost too much going on at times, but like too many things I was supposed to take as a metaphor.
Yeah, it was definitely, I felt a little muddied. There was a lot of messages and different topics they were trying to convey, and they could have cut it down and, maybe explored certain ideas more fully.
Yeah, I think they weakened the episode a little bit by doing that, but I think the basis of this episode was really good.
This town will not accommodate the numerical totality of our combined mass.
Well, it was fun while it lasted.
And there's just so much going on. And yeah, I enjoyed seeing Ed's kid. Cool kid, man. I hope we get to see more.
Yeah, I think we will.
Yeah. Well, that's all, guys. Thanks for watching. See you next week.